Captain, I'm very excited to get there and get it all underway, if you like.
In 2017, the title still made Joe Root smile. He was 26, England's best batter, and the job appeared as an honour waiting to be inhabited. 9 years later, the footage feels tender because we know what the role will ask from him. 65 tests, difficult tours, pandemic bubbles, public judgment, and the slow merging of personal form with national responsibility. The first appointment began with possibility. The second begins with memory. The old footage holds an optimism the returning captain can recognise without pretending to recover. The language of honour is familiar. The person using it has changed. Root returns knowing what selection meetings feel like after a loss, how quickly a tactical choice becomes a character judgment, and how leadership follows a player home. He also returns having watched England from another position, free to concentrate on batting while Ben Stokes and Brendan McCullum rebuilt the team's appetite for risk. Experience gives him a better map of the cost, not a list of answers. He returns with memory from both sides of the dressing room, leader and specialist batter.
Whenever you get the opportunity to lead your country, it's all of those things. I think the unique and nice position that I find myself in this time is I've got a wealth of experience in terms of knowing what it takes, knowing what it looks like.
Root's first spell lasted 65 tests. England won 28. Those figures make him the country's most experienced test captain, but they flatten the years into 2 columns. They do not show empty hotel corridors during COVID, changing squads, or the fatigue of competing with India and Australia while ordinary life resumed elsewhere. The record matters. So does the condition in which parts of it were made. 65 tests also taught him that tactical control can become emotional isolation if the burden never moves. When Root stepped down, the batting did not merely survive, it expanded. Before the return, he had scored 4,225 test runs in 49 matches at 54.16 with 1600s. Freed from captaincy, he became both more inventive and more secure. That creates the central risk of the second appointment. England is asking its best batter to carry the role he once needed to put down. Root is accepting because he believes the person carrying it has changed. Those runs matter because they show the player England cannot afford to smother again. The numbers also remove an easy assumption. Freedom did not make him less responsible. It allowed one of England's most reliable batters to make decisions without carrying every other part of the match at once.
Whether it be within the game, away from it, all of the experiences you have along the way throughout that period, you're going to be shaped into a slightly different person. And I think that will be very similar in terms of how I want to take this team forward, moving into the next little while. So
a returning captain can be tempted to restore his old team. Root is explicit that this is not the job. Stokes and McCullum changed how England saw risk and gave players room to express skill before fear closed in. Root benefited from that freedom as a batter. His second captaincy is therefore less a restoration than a stewardship problem. Keep the courage, add judgment, and resist confusing a new leader with a blank page. Stewardship asks for restraint. Change only what the next match proves needs changing.
But I think the wrong thing to do would be to completely rip everything up that we've done over the last 4 years. There's so much good stuff that Ben and Brendan did, and changed the way that we look at the game, changed how we see the game, and I've benefited hugely from that as a player. So to sort of think we've got to start all over again would...
The proposed adjustment sounds simple. Preserve freedom, recognise when to absorb pressure, become harder to break down. In Test cricket, those ideas collide over hours rather than seconds. A captain must decide when an attacking field expresses belief and when it merely leaks runs. When a batter should keep advancing and when survival changes the match. Root's advantage is that he has lived on both sides of England's recent argument about fear. The judgment lives in timing, because the same attacking choice can be brave at noon and careless by tea. The second version of a captain cannot recover the innocence of the first. That may be its strength. Root knows the weight, knows what he gained when it left, and knows the team does not need his old blueprint. Pakistan will supply the first result. The larger test is whether England can see the same freedom in him that he found outside the job, and whether the smile survives now that he understands exactly what the title means. That is why the second smile will matter less than whether freedom survives the first difficult week.
Game, trying to strip the fear away from things, make sure guys feel that they can really just allow the talent to come out as frequently as possible, and in big moments in games. And the more that can happen, the better.